Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. The story of Disney's most iconic villain continues in Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, starring Angelina Jolie. After sharing many happy years together, Maleficent and her goddaughter Aurora begin to question the tangled ties that bind them as they are torn apart by Aurora's upcoming wedding. Unexpected allies and new forces at play. But their love proves strong, and the happily ever after is pure magic. This is a 2019 film. It is rated PG. It runs, 2 hours or so. And it does star Angelina Jolie and we'll say Elle Fanning, among others. There's lots and lots of people in this movie. So, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. Well, have you seen this? I did not see it in theaters, and I kind of sorry that I didn't. I liked the first one. I always have. I thought it came out of nowhere. I thought it was a very interesting story. I thought it was a very original movie when it came out. I've always liked Angelina Jolie in most roles. I like Elle Fanning, and I like most of the people that are in these movies. So I think they're classics. I think they're going to go down as two really good movies. Have you seen the first one? Have you seen the second one? What do you think? Um, as far as this movie, Maleficent 2, Mistress of Evil, um, I don't have much bad to say about it. The bad things about it, bad, are that I'll tell you, the characters, they get a little annoying. Like I said, this is a huge cast. I don't just mean people, but there's a million people involved in this. There's armies, there's gathering, there's groups, there's friends, there's just people that come out of nowhere. And then there's all these animated characters, and there's a million of them, you know? So it's really hard to keep track of. It's hard to know who's who, why they matter. Are they just part of the army? Are they going to be significant down an hour from now? It's just kind of hard. So that's like a minor flaw. But, then you're going to say that's a flaw of Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter or whatever. And it's not a big flaw, but it's hard to stay focused. The other flaw that I would say about the characters getting a little annoying is because I don't know if this is a very good standalone movie. There are a lot of we have so many remakes, sequels, trilogies. So many movies out there are a franchise. There are 10 of them. Not every movie can stand on its own, and I'm really curious to wonder what people think. But it's my personal opinion that this is not a standalone movie. It doesn't explain much of what happened in the first. It just kind of goes on forward. And, I mean, Lord of the Rings has done that. Harry Potter has kind of done that. It can't explain everything, every movie. And I don't know if that's hard for people. Like, can you go back and rewatch Harry Potter 4 and just be like, oh, I love this movie. Some people are like that. But this movie in particular is in that group where if you don't know what happened in the first one, you're probably going to be a little bit confused on why people are saying what they're saying, why they're interacting with each other the way they are. If this is your first introduction to Maleficent, you're going to think she's this horrible person and she hates everybody, and she's not. And her character is going to be very confusing to you because you have no idea what's going on. So that's where I struggled when I was watching, was having to listen to some of these animated characters that are really annoying, being really confused by the story that just goes a bunch of different ways, and just having too many options of how the story can go, and how the how many people are around, and who's why do I care about this character, and why do I care about this character, and it kind of weeds them out as you go, but it just throws so much at you. So it's, I mean, you have these two little cute little characters running around, and you have this huge army over here and this village over there, and so going on from that is that this is a really pleasant movie. It has great messages in it about family, friends, supporting, stand up for yourself and for others. Going that extra mile, trying to figure things out. There's a million different things going on. So, if you don't like the graphics in this movie, something's wrong with you. If you don't like the ending with a certain bird, that's all I'll say. That's amazing. You should enjoy that. The magic that's in here is pretty awe-inspiring. There's a couple times where it makes magical things look a little non-effective, and you're wondering why people aren't using their magic, and that's a little weak. But otherwise, it's really cool to watch, and it's a really big movie, and there's lots going on that really just kind of keeps you interested. And yes, it can seem like other movies, and yes, it can seem unoriginal, and you've seen it a million times, but it handles itself in its own way that makes it really interesting. And so I really appreciated it. I really think that Maleficent in general, 1 and 2, can be going down as two really great movies for kids, for adults. It's a good adventure. It's a good way of handling a story. It is PG. It's not like people need to feel like they're making this happy movie and then they have to throw all this vulgarity in there or anything like that. It's just fine. It's just pleasant. I really did. The only last thing for me that I struggled with, and it's something that can't be explained all that much, is just the. It seemed like the actors that are in this movie are very good actors. But the reason why they're good actors is because they fit their role, and their role calls for them to stand stiff and talk this way and do this thing with their arm or look off into the distance. And a lot of those times, an adult can look at the screen and wonder what's going on. And it just kind of turns you off when you have to watch people just kind of standing around and hear music playing and you think that's effective, and it's just not. So it's not a fun thing to watch there, and I think that's why I'm going to give a little bit lower grade to this movie, is something that I can't explain, but it just bothers me, and it probably comes from my history and my past and how I know how to do things as an actor. And if you don't get it, that's fine. If I'm not explaining it that great, I'm sorry. But I'm going to give Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, a B+. It is right on the border for me for being an A. It's really close. And I had to think about it for a couple days, to be honest. This is a really good movie for you to embrace, to expose yourself to, and your family and your kids. And it has a lot of cool stuff in it, and it's really well done, and it's really nice, and it has good messages in it, and it's very pretty, and it's very colorful, and the wardrobes are amazing, and the way they handle people flying around is amazing. Maybe a little stiff on that too, but it is a nice movie. It's very worth it. I think B+ is a good grade to let you know that I liked it, and that there's only a couple things wrong with it. So thank you, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. Enjoy movies. Thanks.